Factions are going to be super important in Cyberpunk 2077, and knowing which ones they are is going to be important, so let's go ahead and talk about them. Esiva, this is LaserBolt, and welcome to today's video, guys. Today, we're going to be talking about the factions that are going to be part of Cyberpunk 2077. Like I said earlier, factions are extremely important in the game because not only are they going to determine how you're going to be able to progress throughout the game, but they're also going to determine your playstyle in a couple of senses, because you're going to want to make sure you kind of become friends with some factions, you become enemies with some factions, and knowing who to friend and who to befriend is going to be extremely important. So we're going to talk about all the factions that are currently available in the game. And what makes these factions really interesting is that they also subdivide themselves. And we'll have a video going over all the subdivisions of each individual faction. So make sure you guys keep it locked on this channel so you guys won't miss those videos. Also, guys, we would highly recommend you guys check out the videos we've currently created for Cyberpunk 2077. It's going to help you not only get ready for the game, but be extremely ready to create your character, which is going to be extremely important. So if that all sounds like something you guys are definitely interested in, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. So let's go ahead and get started and talk about these factions. There are a total of 9 different factions within Cyberpunk. We have cops, we have the corporations, we have the fixers, we have the media, we have the netrunners, the Nomads, the Rocker Boys, the Solos, and the Techies. And we're going to talk about all of them in just a bit. But let's get started off with the first one, and we're going to start off with the cops. Now, the cops, once again, are lawmen, which are very few of them, who still work for the government, and their main objective is to keep the streets safe, right? But they have special abilities within the game, and that ability is authority. Basically, they'll get people to do what they want, whether through intimidation or having them respect the badge. Now, their career skills include the following: perception, athleticism, interrogation, street knowledge, and brawling. Plus, their default weapon is a handgun. So you guys can get a better idea. If you guys are going to be associating yourselves with the cops, this is basically what you guys are going to be looking to get out of this faction. The next faction are the corporations. Now, these corporations are spoiled, guys. They are business people who their main objective is making money out of the poor people. They kind of manipulated the whole system. And they manipulated the fact that the economy is really bad in America at the current state, but they are still making themselves super rich. And yes, guys, they are extremely corrupt, and their ambition does not stop them from climbing the corporate ladder. They're going to be dealing in bribery, blackmail, sabotage, and even assassination, as long as it allows them to make more money. The main objective of them is to make sure they do everything they possibly can, but keep their hands clean. One of their biggest attributes within the game, of course, is charisma and stupendous wealth to get others to do what they want for them. Their major ability within the game, of course, is resources, which depend on their seniority, allowing them to leverage corporation perks, such as the company's car or private security. So if you plan associating yourself with a corporation, you're going to be having a ton of resources. The next ones are the fixers, guys. Now, the fixers are people who get the stuff done. Regardless of what happens, they'll go ahead and fix it, whether it be broken or whether you need to make a deal, you need a middleman, you need someone to fence something, you need a smuggler, or information from a broker. They're the people who you're going to want to go to. They're intimately connected to the beat of the street, with context in circles of high and low, reputable or deplorable. Skills include forgery, intimidation, persuasion, and the ability to pick of both locks and pockets. Their special abilities is setting up street deals. The next one is the media. Yes, guys, the media is part of the game. Yes, guys, there is. So the mega corporations regularly engage in information warfare, which is looking stunning persistence in the era of fake news. And the medias are out to stop them. Though there are plenty of crazy conspiracy theories about Night City, the class focuses on incredible reporters, hence their special ability to credibility, which enables them to convince people of the truth of horrible scandals. It checks against the other party's intelligence to make sure that they are telling the truth. So if you guys are looking for truth seekers, the media is the way to go. Then you guys have your netrunners. These are going to be super hackers of the future. Netrunners roam the internet using brain-computer interface implants, rooting out information to sell to the fixers. Skills relate to different branches of hacking, programming, electronics, and cybersecurity. Their special ability is interface. Next, we have the Nomads. Now, these are pretty much unemployed people, and unfortunately, they've been kind of spread out throughout the city, not within the city, but on the outskirts. Nomads have been blacklisted by the mega corporations and so have no way to earn a living. Instead, they've been forced to roam the highways and scavenge for supplies in motor gangs so large that they particularly make a mobile town. It's very similar to Mad Max. Skills included driving, rifles, endurance, and survival. Through their special ability, family nomads can call on their crew for hospitality, protection, or other assistance. The catch is that they must be reciprocate or else they will lose their standing. The next ones are the Rocker Boys. Yes, guys, Rocker Boys are part of Cyberpunk. They are charismatic individuals who express themselves throughout music and the tortured soul of the streets. They live to harden the oppressed and resist authority, and poetry is their weapon. Skills include persuasion, seduction, street knowledge, and performance, and their special ability is charismatic leadership. The next ones are the Solos. Now, these are going to be mercenaries who take work as hitmen, bodyguards, and whatever else people could give them. As long as people could pay, they'll take the job. Many have military experience, perhaps in corporations or within the army, and those who don't die may replace a lost limb with cybernetic prosthetics. They are not frightened, and they are fighters of the cyberpunk world with skills in the variety of weapons, combat proficiency, as well as stealth, and perception and athleticism. Their special ability is combat sense, which enables them to perceive danger, notice traps, and generally sense harm. And the last one of the factions are the Techies. Now, the Techies are typically the clandestine sort who do off-the-record engineer for a variety of clients. They make their living by building, fixing, and modifying technology, a very high demand job within Night City. The skills relate to many different types of tech, as well as creating weapons, teaching, and electronic security. Their special ability is Jury Rig, which governs the proficiency for improvised engineering. And there you guys have it. Those are the 9 different factions within Cyberpunk 2077. Now, all of these factions have different subgroups that we will be covering extensively here on the channel. So if you guys want to make sure you guys know what all these factions and the sub-factions of these factions are, make sure you guys keep it locked in this channel. Also want to recommend, guys, if you haven't watched my other Cyberpunk videos, highly recommend you guys definitely check them out so you guys can be ready when the game gets released, because we are getting closer and closer to the release date of Cyberpunk 2077. I do hope you guys did find this video helpful and enjoyable. If you did, do me the huge favor, guys, drop a like, share this video with your friends, and I will catch you guys on the next video.